This is the Schaefer Center on the campus of Southwestern Assemblies of God University here in Waxahachie, Texas, home to the SAGU Lions, the number 8 ranked team in the entire NAIA. Riding on the wings of 14 straight wins, the second longest highest streak in the nation. Today, the Lions tangle with the high-scoring Tigers of Paul Quinn College right here on SAGU Sports Live. And welcome courtside, everyone. Rob Price here, along with my broadcast partner, Tim Roberts. And today, the Lions, it's going to be a cat fight against the Tigers of Paul Quinn College. And as we mentioned in the open, 14 straight wins, Tim, for the Lions today. Unbelievable streak dating back till mid-December. This team is just on fire, finding ways to win every single night. When the odds are against them, when they definitely don't play nearly as well as they should, they keep finding a way to win. It's been awarded them with the number 8 spot in the nation right now. So they are just really riding a hot streak unlike anything we have ever seen in this entire program's history. Really incredible right now. And you talk about a hot streak, Paul Quinn's prior game against University of the Southwest. Tim, what was the score? It was insane. The final score out in Hobbs, New Mexico, Paul Quinn 161, Southwest 138. That broke a host of records. At least finished second in much of the record categories, so unbelievable game out there. The Lions will definitely have their hands full today with a very high-powered Paul Quinn offense. A team, like you said, has broken 108 times this year. This team is used to playing up in the hundreds. The Lions are used to playing in the 50s. To counteract that score, just a week ago today, the Lions beat St. Thomas 53-48. Not even half the amount of points, not even a quarter of the points almost scored. That leaves it up there as the Lions, at least compared to the how many Paul Quinn scored. And the Lions did hold the Tigers to just 55 in a 67-55 win back in mid-January earlier this year. But a whole new complexion, if you will, seems to be on this team of Paul Quinn. So I doubt they'll be held to 55 today. Oh yeah, it's a very different team right now. Paul Quinn's found their stride. They're starting to come together a lot more as an offensive squad, as a squad going into the year. Of course, the Lions were just beginning their win streak back then, so two very different teams playing each other in late February now. Let's go courtside down to Bianca Alarcon, standing by with head coach Donnie Bostwick.
Thanks, guys. Now I'm here with Coach. Now, Coach, Paul Quinn really prides themselves in their defense. What's our plan tonight to counter the attack of putting so much pressure on the backcourt?
You know, we prepared early for Lady Lake, and so it's a similar style of basketball. You don't see it every night, so it's hard to prepare for. But you know, at first of the year, every day we talk about dealing with double teams, enjoying pressure. So hopefully we just get to do something we've done all year in practice and carry it over a long stretch. There'll be a lot of possessions tonight.
Now, Paul Quinn is also coming off of their stellar performance against University of Southwest. In that game, they broke the NAIA record for attempted field goals. What are we going to do tonight to prevent them from scoring 161 points?
Hopefully play some defense. You know, they had some guys that they lost for about a month and a half, and now they're back, so they're playing really good basketball. They beat LSU Shreveport early in the year. Since then, they almost beat Texas College when they first came back, and they beat Jarvis. So they got two of the better big boys in the league this year. Their posts are really good players. Their guards are flying around playing good basketball. So we're going to play our style of basketball. And, you know, we're a good defensive team, so it'll be a good match tonight.
Thanks so much, Coach, and good luck in tonight's game.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Rob and Tim, back to you.
All right, thank you, Coach Bostwick. A good preview of today's game. And so again, as you heard Bostwick, not taking this game for granted at all.
Yeah, you definitely can. Like we've seen all year long, teams come in here and play some of their best games of the season in this Schaefer Center. We'll look at some key players right now for Paul Quinn. You got to look, again, high-powered offense, so you got to look at their two biggest offensive producers. First of all, you got Myron Dempsey leading the team with 23.8 points per game. He's shooting 54.5% a game. He had 41 points Thursday night in that offensive shootout in Hopkins, New Mexico.
Was he the leading scorer?
He was leading scorer.
At 46.
He's 41. He was leading scorer for Paul Quinn, not actually for the game. A Southwest player scored 53 in that game, so it was a wild one. Second is Aaron McEwen. He's averaging 21 points per game and 55.4% shooting. Also averages 11.6 rebounds a game. That's averaging a double-double on a game, and he's shown it. He's had 18 double-doubles on the season, so unbelievable play from those two guys. They've got to be able to shoot that high, too.
Yeah.
Southwestern, of course, will shut you down. They hold their opponents to an average of 38% shooting a game. So with two guys shooting over 50%, they can duplicate that. They can really battle against what the Lions do so well.
Three players, I think, for the Lions team will really have to step up. There's a lot of guards on this Paul Quinn team. In fact, we're being told that they may be starting 4 guards, really 3, but essentially a 4th guy who can go either way. So I think our guards are going to have to play defensively to try to slow down the pace of play. So it begins and ends opposite with Dominic Rambo. He averages 18 a game, 4 rebounds. He sets the tone for the entire ball club. The tempo, he can get his 3-point shot going. He plays good defense. And Rambo, as he goes, so go the Lions. And also the best defender on the team, Caleb Gentry, is also a guard. He averages 9 points, 3.3 rebounds a game. He just has to play big against those big high-scoring guards. And finally, the long arms of Jonathan Walter, another scrappy defender, can get in foul trouble. He needs to play smart. Those 3 guys up front will make a big impact for tonight's game.
Yeah, really, Jonathan Walter's one of those guys that needs to find his stride again. This team has been shooting so poorly as of late. It's unbelievable. Just last Saturday, of course, they beat St. Thomas. In that game, they shot 25.8% on the road against a conference rival who's receiving votes for the national top 25 and won. That doesn't happen. That just does not happen. Those kind of stats do not equal a win in that environment. This team is just finding a way to win again and again and again when they really should.
And you mentioned the 161 points. This team averages, the Tigers, 92.9 a game, but they give up 94.3, so they're not afraid to run and gun, go up and down the court, and so it could be a game of attrition. You know, talking to Coach Boss before the game, he said, hey, they sub in mass substitutions like we do, so you could see a lot of players getting a lot of playing time in tonight's ball club.
Yeah, a lot of fresh faces out there, a lot. Well, let's go to a quick commercial break. We're about 5.5 minutes away from tip-off. We'll be right back with more pregame show here on SAGU Sports Live.
And welcome back to the Schaefer Center here on the campus of Southwestern. We're just about 3.5 minutes away from starting lineups and national anthem. And Tim, the scenario for the playoffs is really in clear focus at this point in the season.
Very much. It cleared up a lot last week with the Lions' big win, and then on Monday with LSU Shreveport losing to Our Lady of the Lake, the Lions now are in firm control of their destiny with a 3-game lead right now, officially over LSU Shreveport. Now today's game against Paul Quinn will not count in the conference standings. They're a conference opponent, but they're not counting.
Now explain
in the
why
standings.
that is.
It's just the way it's worked out this year that they're not going to be counting in the conference standings. But the Lions still have a very clear path to the NAIA National Tournament. Their magic number essentially rests at 2. That means 2 more wins or a win and a LSU Shreveport loss, and they're in. We'll be back here on this court Thursday and Saturday to take on Our Lady of the Lake and Wiley. If SAGU wins both of those games, they are in the NAIA National Tournament as they clinch the Red River Conference regular season title. The other way you get in, you can beat one of those 2 teams and have LSU Shreveport lose another game. Well, tonight they're hosting Southwest out at the dock in Shreveport. Unlikely that they're going to fall there, but crazy things have happened. They do have a tough match as they have to go into Houston next week to take on St. Thomas. So that could be another theory. If all else fails, if SAGU loses the next 2 and LSU Shreveport wins out, then it comes down to the last game of the season. SAGU is going into Shreveport to take on LSU Shreveport. That could be officially the the regular season title game for these two teams, and you have an opportunity to go watch that.
We get a watch party out there.
Another watch party. We had the fun one down in Houston, so we thank all of you who turned out for there and rooted the team on to victory. Another opportunity coming up, though, in the season finale at LSU Shreveport, Monday, February 25th at 7:30 p.m. Go to sagu.edu/alumni. Get more information on that. If you're a SAGU fan, SAGU alumni, be sure to turn out for that. Possibility that is the regular season championship game. Obviously, we're hoping not. We're hoping the Lions take care of business Thursday and Saturday, and we can clinch just the second NAIA National Tournament appearance in school history here on our home court a week from today.
Now, we've not talked a lot about it, but it is really big news, and that is the fact, folks, that SAGU has improved from 13 in the land last week, jumped up 5 spots, clear up through to number 8. A lot of losses ahead of us, and we finally are getting some traction with the coaches poll, and your Lions are number 8 in the entire land at 23-3, and congratulations also to our sister school Evangel, number 11 in the nation at 19-5. So we're talking about a ball club that could now contend for dare say, the national title. Tim, is that too premature to say this?
They have a championship team, because if you can hold any team to shooting less than 39% in the game, you can win that game no matter who you are playing. And this team is good enough they can do that. If they make it, and we think they will, to the national title game or the national championship and tournament, they will have a chance going up to some of these great squads to show how good this defense is. Like I said, in an ugly game, anyone can be the winner. Well, let's go down to the court now. We're about ready for national anthem and starting lineups here on SAGU Sports Live.
Tigers. At guard, standing at 6'6", senior from St. Petersburg, Florida, number 1, Myron Dempsey. At guard, standing at 5'11", freshman from Houston, Texas, number 4, Dwayne Rogers. At forward, standing at 6'6", senior from Fort Worth, Texas, number 24, Aaron McEwen. At guard, standing at 6'3", senior from Dallas, Texas, number 25, Tedrick Uroni. And at guard, standing at 5'8", freshman from Dallas, Texas, number 34, Ricky Richardson. Head coach is Charles Keeley. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineups for your Southwestern Lions. At guard, standing at 6 foot, junior from Hondo, Texas, number 2, Caleb Gentry. At forward, standing at 6'5", sophomore from Louisville, Texas, number 15, Mike Duelway. At guard, standing at 5'10", junior from Dallas, Texas, number 20, Dominique Rambo. At guard, standing at 6'4", sophomore from Garland, Texas, number 21, Jonathan Walter. And at forward, standing at 6'5", senior from Waco, Texas, number 33, Deuce Wolf. Head coach is Donnie Boswick, assisted by Garrett Jones and Kyle Tucker.
So there you have it, your starting 5 for the Lions today, the starting 5 for a long time. It's been really built in, those 5 that really we saw last year, a lot of development in the starting lineup, trying to see what it is. This year it's been locked into place. Those 5 guys leading the SAGU to victory, really be able to ride them in the last minutes. So that's what's turned this team into so great, is you have so many guys who have been able to step up in the big moments. Obviously Rambo is your leading scorer, your big playmaster, but you got guys like Noelaway stepping up with some huge defense, and Gentry with the clutch steals. Just an all-around, well-rounded starting 5 that there's no team in the nation that shouldn't be a little bit scared to go up to these 5.
Yeah, you look at Ward and Noelaway playing above the rim quite a amount of the time in our last broadcast with some high-flying dunks and slams and some alley-oops. So these guys are got the hops on as well. Now, you talk about these 5. The second 5 will get substantial minutes. Around the 13-minute mark, you'll see a whole bunch of new players come in as well.
Yeah, and the second 5 is definitely can hold their own. Like I said, it's a totally different look. Now, it'll be interesting tonight with these teams having such deep benches, how it goes. Well, quick turnover after the initial tip-off.
The Tigers in transition, a foul whistle. It's going to be called on Gentry. On the shot will put the Tigers on the foul line. It'll be Dwayne Rogers. It's a freshman. The Tigers, Tim, start 2 freshmen and 3 seniors.
First one is good, and you already see how just 7 seconds in, how they were able to rack up 161 just 2 nights ago, as they are a quick team, getting the quick steal and running down the court. Both are good. And the Tigers have the early 2-0 lead, and they will press. They will press all game as long as it can yield them results.
Rambo, he's got Walt in the corner. Shot too long, but long rebound. Corralled in by Gentry. Back to Walter. Now inside to Noelaway. Pump fake. Up. No whistle. Now stripped.
Ball is out, and I believe the Lions are going to retain possession. Good job by Noelaway to get his own rebound and keep this possession alive.
Ward will inbound. Rambo gets it inside the Noelaway. Near the free throw line. Loose ball. And a timeout on the floor called as Dwayne Rogers was belly bound to the floor. One of his teammates wisely called a quick timeout. 2-0. Your score just a few seconds into the ball game. It's going to be up and down today, Tim.
Yeah, and you already see again, Paul Quinn just playing very aggressively. Essentially very little to lose. One of the things they are looking to get into is the United States Collegiate Athletic Association tournament. Well, the deadline to make that tournament was Thursday. So they're playing with nothing to lose anymore at this point. They've just got to go out and give it their all. And again, just try to break this Lions 14-game winning streak. Inbound is in, and the Lions will kind of counter with a press of their own.
And how about a steal from Ward, and he stepped on the line. So turn the ball back over to Paul Quinn, and helping bring that ball up was Myron Dempsey, the 6'6" senior. So here come the Tigers. Inside out to the Tigers now back out, and he threw it to no one in particular.
Goes out, and the Lions will get possession right back.
Tevin Williams checked in for the Tigers at the break. Now here's a trap. Out to Rambo, loses it. Rough pass from Gentry, too low. Rambo unable to bring it under control, and a handful of turnovers. We're just about a minute into this ball game. We've already had 3 turnovers.
Yeah, 3 turnovers by the Lions in the first minute. That's what that's what Paul Quinn wants to do to you. They want to force those kind of errors and keep you off balance.
And that shot
looked like it was deflected and blocked out of bounds.
I think Rambo got a piece of that, Tim. It went on the other side of the backboard. Still 28 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Daryl Augustin checks into the game for the Tigers. A long 3 from Augustin. Front of the rim. Ward comes up with it. Rambo over to good ball movement from Ward over to Walter, but Walter loses it on the block. And the Tigers on the prowl. Shot no good. Now Rambo in transition. Slices through 2 defenders. Up on the left side. Doesn't get the roll, but does get the foul. And that'll put Rambo on the line. And the Lions still scoreless in this ball game.
Yeah, 4 turnovers in the first minute and 30 seconds for the Lions. And that's going to prompt Bostwick to make an early line change. He's got his second 5 ready to check in. Obviously, the 5th one pending Rambo's successful second free throw attempt. And the Tigers also will bring in 5 new players. Rambo misses the first. In for the Tigers will come Dwayne Rogers, Tedrick Aroon. I believe Darrell Augustine just stepped out. Ricky Richardson. Needless to say, 10 people just came in.
10 more.
I'm not even going to try.
Well, I'll give you the 5.
I'm not even going to try.
It was Emmanuel Adoy, Tyler Guidry, Ryan Alford, and Maurice Oglesby. Rambo stayed in the game because he shot free throws.
Yeah, and Rambo missed both. And so the Lions are still scoreless.
Ford was set to check in, but Rambo stayed in the game with the missed free throw. Now over to Guidry in transition. And the Lions are still scoreless. High off the glass. Alford comes up with it. Now here's Guidry. He's got Rambo on the right side, slices through the lane and scores. Rambo puts the Lions on the scoreboard, 2-2.
And travel by Paul Quinn. James Ford will step in for Dominic Rambo, and this is fast and reckless at the moment, really, for both teams. The ball is going out and a lot of turnovers. Both teams pressing.
A full court press. Adoy heads the ball in the middle, right side pass to Maurice Oglesby. He'll try a 3. A little too strong. Scramble for the rebound. The Tigers come away with it. That's Myron Dempsey. Shot from just inside the 3-point line is good. Dempsey, 6'6" senior from St. Petersburg, Florida, a transfer from a D1 school, Texas A&M in Corpus Christi. And now another steal. Here comes a steal from Dempsey.
Alford was not looking for it. High layup, and that's good. A moment ago when Dempsey made that jump shot, that was actually Paul Quinn's first made field goal of the game. Oh, and wide open is Alford.
And Alford punches it through.
He cuts the lead down to 6-4 as these two teams are playing furious
reckless,
offense.
yes, fast-paced but reckless, Tim.
And that is not what Coach Boswick wants to see from his team at all. He wants to see very controlled ball movement. He wants to see precise defense. And instead, you're getting wide open layups, wide open dunks on both ends of the court.
Well, and you see Boswick right now yelling at his troops that as he checked in the second 5, he was right in front of our table here, Tim, and we could overhear him even through our headphones saying, "Take care of the ball," as he sent in his second unit, and we'll see if that keeps up here as the Lions have got the lead to 2, 6-4. And there's your fans giving their support to the Lions today.
And
Mr. Urbina.
This is the kind of game that Paul Quinn wants to play today. They want it to be fast. They want it to be loose. They want open layups on both ends because that's how they just had their huge game against Southwest. Just open field, open season of basketball. They don't want to play it precise and gritty defense. That's how the Lions win games. This is how the Tigers win games. So far, more than just the fact that they're up by 2, Paul Quinn is playing with the pace and the style that they want this game to be played in.
Lazaro Moreno checked in for the Tigers at the break. Now inside to Dempsey. Strong move inside and a whistle. And Adoy and Alford were saying it wasn't me. Well, it's one of them. And that'll put, it's going to be on. It's going to be on Adoy.
The initial call was on 30, but then it switched to 32. There is no 30 on the court. So Dempsey already with 4 points. He makes his first free throw. Second is off target. And Adoy gets the rebound. Up ahead to a wide open Alford, who is stripped. And possession will go to Paul Quinn. So unable to convert on the fast break. Lions trail 7-4 with another turnover. Shot Shot clock did not reset.
That was the scores table. Soft play here. And Paul Quinn will get the ball back underneath their own basket. 7-4 your score. And now another stoppage of play from the scores table. And now a whistle from the referees, and a couple of hitches here early on. I'm not sure if it's a clock issue or a shot clock issue.
Yeah, the buzzer went off even though the shot clock itself was right. It must just got its wires crossed as to how much time was really left.
And now it has a mind of its own now. It's just talking to us. It's like a dolphin trying to communicate. We don't understand you, Mr. Buzzer.
So at the moment, the scoreboard's a little bit haywire. The teams are a little bit haywire. And just a very odd game thus far. Not the kind of game we've seen the Lions involved in at any point this season.
I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be 161 to 138. That is not going to happen today. We just scored 7-4 already about 4 minutes in.
Very unlikely we're going to see any numbers even close to that. As the referees try to figure out the situation, there's a lot of odd buzzers, and that could have caused players to stop moving. And the buzzer is essentially the same thing as a whistle. So a lot of times players stop moving, things happen, but the Lions will be inbounding, it appears, right in front of the scorer's table. As we have a brief delay here in the Schaefer Center to figuring out, and we're hearing over the PA now that there was just technical difficulties with the shot clock and scoreboard. We can hope that they are resolved now.
Make sure you check out our Facebook page, all of our viewers today, facebook.com/SAGU Sports Live. All the latest highlights, stats, information, and my partner Tim Roberts does an outstanding job of keeping all of our viewers up to date on the latest information on both the men's and women's side of SAGU basketball. Okay, we're set back for play again, and now we're even having trouble handing the ball off from the referee to the player. So we'll reset this again as Maurice Oglesby stands right in front of our broadcast table. Set the check the ball back into play.
Unsure what the current delay is.
All right, here we go.
So yeah, no one can pass well at the moment. Yeah. No one can shoot well, and even the scoreboard's having problems.
Guidry handles point guard duties for the Lions.
Another
pass
turnover.
And a turnover again. Paul Quinn on the move. Shot, a 3-ball, no good, off Tevin Williams' hands, and Adoy comes away with it. Now Guidry on up ahead to Ford. Quick pass over to Mo Oglesby. He's got Adoy near the free throw line. Adoy rattles the ball in and out. How'd that not fall? And here comes Quinn again, wasting no time, looking for transition points anytime they have the opportunity to do so. And Tim, like you said, we don't expect this to stop all day long.
Yeah, that they are going to run and gun. Ball is blocked by Alford. It'll go out off of the Lions, though. The starting 5 will step back in, and 5 new players for Paul Quinn will step in. So
starting 5 for the Lions do return.
These two teams sporting similar strategies of using the benches, and at the moment sporting similar game styles of not hitting shots and turning the ball over.
Paul Quinn comes into this game at 12-14, but Tim, they've lost 5 of their games by 3 points or less. And so don't let that 12-14 record deceive you. This is a good ball club.
They've been very competitive earlier in the year. They stunned LSU Shreveport 122-120. And turnover, almost turned by Rambo, somehow picked up by Gentry. Good job coming back to help out Rambo to pick that up.
Big 3 from Rambo. That's it. That's how you break this string. Dominique Rambo on the board. His first 3 ties the score at 7-all.
Hopefully that was the defrost button for the Lions. Strong play off the boards. They come
Here's
up
Gentry. He's got Rambo. He slices through the middle. Again, a move from a few moments ago, and a travel as he moved from right to left. Threw the ball up off the backboard with his opposite hand, but called for the walk. Tigers now. Moreno back over to Augustine.
You definitely can't walk back on defense. You've got to move if you want any chance to defend. Oh, blocked by Gentry. And turnover, Gentry.
Ward careful to pick up another foul. It might be a charge.
They're
It's
pointing.
called a blocking foul on Jonathan Walter. Tried to get set. His feet were almost set. His body was just moving enough for the referees to call it a blocking foul. That'll put on the line Daryl Augustine. He's a 6-foot senior from, interestingly enough, St. Augustine High School. How about that? In New Orleans, Louisiana. Trying to break this 7-7 tie. And he does.
And 4 fresh Tigers come in with a 5th one waiting, pending Augustine's second free throw. And I believe we have seen the strategy of Coach Charles Keeley, which is if he wants to hang with the number 8 team in the nation, he's going to make sure he has fresh legs on the court every 30
At
seconds.
all times, absolutely. Into the game for the shooter is Tevin Williams for the Tigers. 9-7 your score. 14-17 left in the first half of play. And Walter needs to get the ball in a hurry. He does just in time to Rambo. And a near turnover and a great save from Gentry. Now on up ahead in transition. Oh, baby! And a power dunk. Noellaway.
Yeah, just gets wide open, and that's what Paul Quinn risks. When they press you, they've got to get the turnover. If you can get past them, there's only one guy left to even make a defensive stand. And when you got Mike Noellaway, he's not going to pass that up. Stolen by Rambo.
A steal in the passing lane. Rambo cut it off beautifully, and then he got fouled. Great anticipation from Dominic Rambo, knowing right where the passing lane would be from the wing to the inside of the paint. Rambo saw it, anticipated the pass, was waiting for the ball, and then in transition was fouled.
Guidry steps in for Walter. And now the Lions have a 3-on-1 right off the break.
Ward, inside, good pass inside from Caleb Gentry to Deuce Ward. 11-9, Lions on top.
And another pickup. Noellaway goes down and the ball gets turned back over.
3 ball, way off the mark. Offensive board though, put back weak side is number 24, Aaron McEwen. You mentioned him in pregame, Tim.
Yeah, I mentioned him in pregame as being the best rebounder on this team and the second best scorer, so watch out for him to reach double-double territory.
Behind the back pass to Noellaway.
And he's blocked. Tried to delay his shot, but it was read too well going up, rejected. Lions trying to get fancy with it.
Hop, skip, jump inside the paint, short shot, good. Dwayne Rogers Jr. from Bryan Adams High School in Houston. It's a freshman. Tigers start 2 first. How about an alley-oop dunk to Mike Noellaway? Gentry read it the whole way, saw his man streaking down the left side and laid it up there. Noellaway finishes it strong.
Stolen
and that
by
was
Deuce.
steal from Deuce.
Oh, but they're ruling that he touched down out of bounds. I thought he got the ball out of his hands before he landed, but they're ruling that his foot hit the out of bounds line before he released the ball. So the Lions will give it back to Paul Quinn.
And a handful of Tigers come in and 2 Lions will come in. It'll be now 3. Ford, Alford, and Adoy will check in.
So it'll be Rambo as the only remaining starter on the floor. And for the Lions, if you can just break through that press, you have 2 guys all alone in the paint.
And how Rambo picks that one away, goes up strong and lays it in. Dominique Rambo figuring things out in the front court, in the back court.
Leads the NAIA in steals with 3.5 a game. And with Paul Quinn having some passing troubles, just like the Lions, he should have some tasty targets today to keep that steal total very high.
Well, and there's a nice inside move there from Dempsey. Tim, a good point guard like Rambo knows how other point guards are generally going to pass the ball, where the passing lanes are at, and anticipate. And Rambo does a good job because he knows what the other guards are generally going to do.
Passing did not come in on time. It was a 5-second violation. The Lions turn it over again.
Quick three ball, short off the front of the rim. Now Adoy. He'll take it across the line himself. Gets it back over to Guidry. Over to Rambo for three. In and out, offensive board, a fight, and Adoy puts it through! And flexes and gets fouled! Adoy!
He breaks the 15-15 tie. Now 17-15. And Paul Quinn, it's just almost a heat-seeking missile mentality on the defense. Whoever has the ball is going to have two guys sprinting towards him, forcing him to make a decision.
Which means a lot of the big men, Tim, your Adoys, your Alfords, your Deuce Wards, and your Noelways are going to get a lot of free points. I won't say cherry picking, but if they run the floor, they're going to be rewarded today, Tim.
And so far, they've done a decent job of breaking the full court press and getting those open opportunities underneath the basket. So now Adoy will head to the line, trying to make it 18-15.
Emmanuel Adoy, he is a freshman, 6'5", from Little Rock, Arkansas.
No good. So the score stays with the Lions leading by 2.
Long three.
Wide open, but no good. Almost tipped into the basket by Oglesby.
Yeah, no doubt. And now the ball rolls out of bounds. It's going to stay right here.
Oglesby was the last one to touch it.
And here come 5. 1, 2, 3, yes, 5. Got to check our math here as 5 more Tigers check back in. Very similar to what the SAGU head coach Donnie Boswick employs with his troops. Fresh legs. Fresh lungs.
Not even quite 8.5 into this one. We've already seen far more lineup changes, both on SAGU's side and on the opponent's side, than we are ever used to seeing inside here. And that's what the Lions, being a consistent team. Alford gets the block, but he's going to get charged with the foul first.
Tedrick Ewurnie took a skip pass to the other side of the court, drove the lane, or drove the baseline, got the foul.
Now Tedrick will go to the line with a chance to tie it up. First is no good, remains 17-15.
Lions are 17-2 overall in first place. The magic number, as we like to say, I guess in baseball, I guess in any sport, is 2, as Tim alluded to in pregame. 14-0 the last 14 games, a 14-game win streak. Undefeated on the road, 9-3 here in the Schaefer Center.
That's perhaps the most astounding thing of all, is that undefeated on the road stat. You can also drop in a game they played that wasn't technically a road game, but it was away. They were undefeated away from the Schaefer Center. Any tournament they played in, as rebound is brought in by Guidry, including the road game that was an exhibition against D1 Tarleton State.
And Oglesby gets the friendly roll as he stopped his body, what seemed to be in midair, landed, and just threw the ball up, hit the front of the rim, and rolled in and got a whistle on top. Nice move from Maurice Oglesby.
Comes against Marquez Watson.
Arlington, Texas Jr. stands 6'4", wears number 0.
Lions go up by 4. And the foul is now actually going to come against Tedrick Ewurnie. So the Lions go up by 4. Oglesby a chance to increase that lead.
From the looks of it, Tim, I know we're just 10:55 into the ball game, or left in the first half, I should say, but from the looks of it, Paul Quinn appears to be the type of team that wants to, as you say in the game, run you off the court. But the problem is the Lions are so used to running 10, 12 players deep that they can run back with you. They're not going to be as tired because Bostwick gives these guys plenty of rest.
No, the Lions definitely can hang with this strategy. And if they can be safer with the ball, not turn it over as much, and a good offensive board by Ford, although it's turned right back over.
Away and laying it up too strong was Lamar Nichols. But the Tigers come back up with the ball again, and Nichols has the ball in his hands, looking for Dempsey. Now over to Moreno. Moreno tries for three. Got it! Lazaro Moreno, a freshman from Miami, Florida. Nothing but net. Cuts the lead to 1. James Ford near the top of the key. He's got Maurice Oaks, but he can shoot the 3. That one a bit too strong, and here comes Nichols again in transition.
Oh, follow-up by Dempsey.
Dunk from Dempsey.
Paul Quinn takes the lead back up 20-19 now as the original 5 step in for the Lions and 5 more step in for Paul Quinn. And if you're the Lions, you just gotta take better care of the ball right now. Too many turnovers, too many free opportunities. Like I said, just break this press, and you've got your big men all alone in the paint.
Absolutely.
Just waiting for a dunk, waiting for an easy layup.
And Ward has the ball in the block. Back out now to Rambo. Over to Guidry. He'll try for 3. Shot off the mark, but offensive rebound. Noel away. Now over to Gentry. He'll try for 3. And a loose ball. Rambo comes up with it somehow, lays it up with the left hand.
Noel away swatted it over to Rambo. Knew he didn't have a good chance to get to it. So Rambo picks it up and lays it in. Lions retake the lead.
Tough shot. No good, but a whistle. Tedrick Uroni had a defender all over him, and enough contact for the referee to blow the whistle. Will put Uroni, a 6'3" senior, at the foul stripe from Dallas, Texas, a transfer from York College and Wiley College.
You know, Paul Quinn, I've seen full court press defenses. I've seen defenses that specialize in the trap. This looks like tackle the man with the football. Whoever has the ball, it feels like you've got 3 Tigers. Doesn't care who they're leaving open. They are just emerging on them, and it's worked so far. The Lions are turning the ball over, making bad passes. They're in the wrong place at the wrong time, having it bounce off of their legs and go out of bounds.
The Tigers are quick with their feet, Tim. They move their feet fast in the defensive posture that they find themselves in with front court, back court. They are quick.
Foul's going to come in on here.
Defense begins with the feet and the legs. And the Tigers are showing that it's definitely a strength they are putting to use in this game. And his 5 more new Tigers come in. I give up just keeping track of the names at this point, so we'll just call them as we see them. And the Tigers do have a 1-point lead now, 22-21. Rambo, a strong move and a whistle. And it's a reset the shot clock to 35. It was stuck at 22, so the ref saw that, caught that, stopped play. Will give the Lions the ball back now underneath the Tigers basket. So I guess advantage Lions. They get the next extra 12 seconds and the ball near the Tigers basket as opposed to near midcourt.
Scoreboard still having some problems. Now it is 22-21 Paul Quinn. It changed back to 21-all for a moment, but now it's back up to 22-21 Paul Quinn.
Fresh shot clock. Lions with the ball. Out top to Walter. He is guarded heavily by Jared Mitchell. Rambo takes the screen. Double teamed. Over to Ward. Walter now takes a strong move off the glass and puts it in.
Good move by Walter.
Power move. Walter, I think you'll have a big game today and showing his offensive ability with that shot. Dempsey fighting, scrapping, unable to get it to fall, and Walter up ahead to now Gentry inside to Deuce Ward. Great ball movement.
What a look by Gentry. Yeah, just passing up the layup, seeing Deuce Ward streaking in, just flipping it in. Ward with the nice layup.
And
Foul
now,
coming in,
and
though.
on the other end, Gentry whistled for a foul, trying to prevent a pass on the block, with
And
the hold.
And that's going to be his second foul.
And 5 more Tigers check in for head coach Charles Keeley in his second season at Paul Quinn.
And if we're having trouble keeping track of who's on the floor, you got to imagine the Lions are too. Different players to guard, different players to play against.
Rambo. How about up ahead to Ward? Doesn't get it to fall. Not happy about the rim around roll.
It looked like he got locked in between choosing whether to dunk it or lay it in, and just rolls away. The Lions lead by 3, 25-22. Ward swats that away.
Good defense. That's a good defensive play from Deuce Ward, the senior, one of 2 seniors on Bostwick's ball club, the other one being James Ford, who comes off the bench.
Ball is thrown back, but since it was on the inbounds pass, there will be no timeline violation.
Now,
Stolen by Gentry.
From Gentry, looking up ahead, back to Rambo. Ooh,
Thought about
someone
shooting.
right in front of him, though. He saw someone right in his grill.
He didn't even know McCune was there when he was about to take the shot, and all of a sudden McCune had a hold of him.
Instead, he goes through the lane and gets a whistle off the right side. A bit too strong, but he'll go to the stripe.
And that's going to come against Tedrick Garone, which, if I'm going off the scoreboard, which is a risky prospect today, going off the scoreboard, it has a gremlin or 2 in it. That's his 3rd foul of the game with 7:45 remaining in the first half. Rambo misses the first. He's 0 for 3 for the line from tonight. Lions having some free throw shooting trouble. Missing some free points there.
And Emmanuel Adoy checks in to the game.
Lead is 3, 25-22. Rambo has the second ball.
They don't take pictures in the score sheet. That was ugly, but it went in. 26-22, the largest lead of the night for any ball club. In the right spot was Adoy, gets it off to Walter, but it goes off his foot. Adoy able to save the ball from Rambo, who's dribbling it somewhere. It ended up in Adoy's hands, up ahead to Walter, and he was going strong to the basket. Clipped his foot out of bounds. And I'm tired of saying it, but 5 more Tigers, I think, just checked in.
At this point, I literally think every time the whistle blows, 5 are coming in. That is their strategy for the game. They will never have legs on the floor that are not fresh.
And the ball's going to stay right where it's at. Just 5 seconds off the shot clock. I don't think there's going to be a shot clock violation at all this game, Tim. Just turn it off. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Nice inside pass to Dempsey. No good. And now Dempsey, in frustration, fouls Mike Newellaway. Myron Dempsey had an great position on Newellaway. Got the ball, spun to his right. Ball went up too strong. Rebound came down, and Dempsey, just a frustration foul, will now put Mike Newellaway on the foul line. That's only Dempsey's first foul, but it does put the Lions to within 1 of the bonus. And
that puts them in the bonus. That's the 7th foul on Paul Quinn, so they will
check
go
that
to
is
line
the
for the
7th foul.
1-on-1.
Check that is correct. Thank you. 7 fouls now, 6 on the Lions. Their next foul will put the Tigers in the bonus.
Newellaway hits the first. Lions go up by 5, and you know, you don't usually judge a game by the real-time clock, but it is 4:42. The game started at around 4:05. So this game's already gone nearly 40 minutes. 7:15 remaining in the first half in a slow-moving. We've seen ugly games in here a lot, and this one is shaping up to look like it. A lot of turnovers, poor shooting, but fast, very fast.
And the Lions putting full court pressure of their own on the Tigers, and that ball's going to stay right here. Guidry almost had it in front of the Lions supporters.
Lions lead by 6.
And now a whistle. No foul call. I think just a shot clock check. As the referee wanted to reset the shot clock. Now 23. Now down to 16. Have we seen a shot clock get down to 10? Is it possible? It just happened just now. Imagine that. We're down to now 6 seconds on the shot clock. A floater and a whistle. Daryl Augustine.
And it's going to be a charge. A charge against Augustine. Stood his ground and got the charge.
Was that Guidry underneath? I think that was Guidry. Took the charge. Rambo, he's got offense if he wants him. He's fine the doorway anyway. From 3, he can shoot. Right on, just a bit short though. Straight on shot right from our angle. Looked good coming off. Just a bit too short. Now here's a long 3 from the Tigers. No good. Off the hands of Jared Mitchell. Ford now, strong move, up and under, and in is James Ford. Ford, the Southern senior besides Ward, he averages 9.5 a game.
First bucket of the night, though. Another 3, no good.
Big rebound from Guidry. He may take it himself. He does take it himself. Does he get the friendly roll? No, but now a fight for the rebound, and up and in is Ryan Alford. The long arms of Alford, a 6'8" freshman, puts the rebound in.
The Lions have opened up a 10-point lead that quickly. Paul Quinn having trouble shooting now. And the Lions turning up the speed. No good.
Dempsey's
gets the
shot
rebound.
near the foul line. Yeah, no good. And here come the Lions again. Rambo, a bit of trouble. Gets it back out to Adoy. And he is... He is called for a turnover as his foot hit the ground or the ball hit the ground out of bounds. Regardless, the referee calling for a black ball, which is the Tigers wearing black, of course. We'll get the ball with 5:33 left in your first half. Your score 32-22. A 10-point lead. Doesn't feel like 10 though, to me, does it to you, Tim?
It's hard to get a pulse on this game at all.
It really is.
It's been such smatterings of missed shots, turnovers.
That one's not missed. Uroni
hits the 3 and cuts the lead to 7.
Puts it through. Difficult pass. Oh, nice tip pass over to Alford. Back to Adoy. He'll take a shot at it. Offensive rebound, weak side. Now Oglesby's got it. He goes up strong. Swatted away. Ford comes out with the board. Reset to Guidry out top. Over to Ford. Long 3. And a whistle on Ford over the back on Lazaro Moreno. A lot of good looks though, Tim. Those are awful good looks on the outside, good looks on the inside. Just there's a lid on that rim right now.
Hey, look, 4 new Paul Quinn players.
I think there's a 4. Is it 4, 1, 2, 3,
They'll
4?
bring in a 5th, pinning the free throws. First foul on Ford, but it is the 7th, so on the team for the half. So it'll be a 1-and-1.
Tim, I bet if you go put on a black jersey, number 99, you can put your sneaks on, he'll put you in the game. Just act like you belong, and you'll be. I can call this game myself. I can do this for a few minutes.
I could act like I belong. Once I got on the court, they'd notice I don't belong. I don't think I want to run up and down the court that fast that many times in a row. First free throw is good. Cuts the lead to 6. In a Chris Berman-esque game, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. The Lions have a 5-point lead.
And here comes the 5th player for the shooter. It's going to be number 11 in the ballgame, Jared Mitchell. The lead now back to 5, was 10 just a moment ago. Under 5 to play.
That's the way this game is. You can have a 10-point lead, miss one shot.
And that's going to be a foul right in front of our broadcast table. Daryl Augustine got a hold of Tyler Guidry. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more players from the Lions will set the check back in. That is the 3rd foul, Tim, on Augustine. Now, he's not a starter, but in this game, he's an important player.
I've forgotten who these teams started. I don't.
I did circle the numbers, although it doesn't mean much right now, but I did circle who started, so I can let you know, but I'm not sure it really matters at this point.
I think both starters, all 5 starters on both teams, got about 60 seconds of playing time before they hit the bench for the first
Bostwick,
time.
They waited 90 seconds, and he pulled him out.
Guidry with his first points of the night. knocks down the free throw and extends the lead to 6. Hits both. Rambo will step in for Guidry. The Lions are up by a number. We're not sure what the scoreboard's trying to decide on right now.
Should be up by 7.
The scoreboard, I believe, has it wrong here, but we have it right on SAGU Sports Live, 34-27.
3 ball, no good. Rambo comes out with it, up ahead to Gentry. Now Deuce Ward went up strong, got the call, and he'll go to the line and shoot a pair. I believe that might be, Tim, the 10th foul. We'll check that. I think it's the 10th foul on the Tigers, which will then put the Lions in the double bonus. The scoreboard showed 9 fouls before that whistle, so we'll check to confirm that. The high-arching shot, the familiar high-arching shot from Deuce Ward is true. And now your score is 35-27, Tim. Now the scoreboard's right.
Stopwatch is right twice a day, so.
Deuce Ward averages 6.9 points and 6.8 rebounds per game. Second free throw, shooter's roll, gets it to fall. 36-27.
Deuce Ward is definitely more of almost a presence on the court than anyone else. He can have a game where he doesn't even
How about this steal from Rambo? Strong move, though, unable to get the fall. Scramble for the ball, and an amazing dive from Gentry, and a timeout from Gentry. Look at that hustle from Caleb Gentry. And the crowd on their feet. They like and appreciate the effort from the junior, from Hondo. They call him Hondo. They call him by his hometown. Hustlin' Hondo.
Unbelievable. Just diving across the court, selling out to get that ball. Well, let's go down to the court with Tyler Marie. Tyler?
Thanks, guys. Here I am with Catherine Sullivan, the assistant coach for the SAGU cheer team. Now, Catherine, you just made a transition from being the captain of the team to assistant coach. How has that been? How has it had a positive impact on the girls?
Well, it's basically the same thing. I'm just not in a uniform, so it's going really good. And I think it's working out very well. I have a good role model, so it's really easy.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's great. Now, with campus days coming up soon, so comes cheerleading tryouts. What are you looking for in the new prospective cheerleaders?
We're basically looking for the same kind of girls that we have now. They just, if they love God first and then love SAGU and love cheerleading, then we want them to try out, so.
Great, thank you. Back to you, Rob and Tim.
All right. Thank you, Tyler. And how about that? Right on cue, Rambo lays it up on the opposite side
of
the glass.
Up by 11.
Yes, and puts the Lions up by 11, 38-27. Walter with the rebound, in trouble, takes it out himself. Up ahead to Gentry, he spots up a 3, likes it, loves it, and got it! Caleb Gentry on fire! Defensively, now offensively. Getting rolling for the Lions.
The Lions up by 14 after the 10-point lead became 5 in the blink of an eye. It's gone from 5 to 14.
And in the blink of an eye, here's Rambo right down the court and lays it in. A great pass from his big man. Off the rebound, I believe that was Ward. Found Rambo running down the court. And a pick from Gentry. Does he slam? I don't think he will, but he probably could have. He chooses to lay it up and in. And the lime shoes of Gentry strike again. And guys are so fast up front, Tim, defensively.
This game has just been this fast all game long, but the Lions now are executing like we know they can. That was the problem, was execution. But they have now found a way to just continually score and continually force these turnovers. And that has turned it into, I believe the Lions are currently on a 13-0 run. After having their lead cut down to 5 that quick, they have struck with a vengeance. And a foul is going to come in. And we'll see who it's on, but it is on Augustine. And I believe that is his 4th foul.
Fourth foul on Daryl Augustine. We will confirm that. If that's the case, he'll definitely be going to the bench for some substantial minutes at the end of this first half and well into the second half. 4 fouls with just 2 minutes left in the first half.
And that could really affect Coach Keeley's strategy. I mean, obviously, like you said, we've been seeing new players after every whistle. If you all of a sudden have to start dealing with that major foul trouble or players fouling out, then there goes your strategy. You really just can't keep that up.
And it is a 13-0 run, Tim. It was 32-27. Well, now it's 46, so it's a 14-0 run for the Lions to close out this first half.
Yeah, 19-point lead. Still 2:40 remaining in the first half. The ball is turned over by Paul Quinn.
Out of control is their point guard bringing the ball up. May have been tripped, but no whistle called. Lamar Nichols turns the ball over. I will be very interested to see the turnover stats when we get the sheet from our man JW at halftime, Tim.
I can imagine that both coaches will be able to pin him on a board and make the players run some wind sprints because of him.
Here's Adoy now. He's got Ford over to Guidry. Good ball movement. He'll shoot for 3. He's got it. Guidry. Great pass from Ford. Caught him in stride. Walked into the shot.
And the Lions are rolling now, up 22. Precise
pass. An amazing catch from Rambo. How did Ford find him? Rambo gets his own rebound. Another fight for the ball. Dempsey comes away with it. What a pass, though, from Ford to Rambo.
But Rambo strips it away again. Another turnover. Lions just absolutely pestering this Paul Quinn team now. Not allowing them down the court.
Guidry steps into another one. Just a bit too strong. A pass over to Rambo from Adoy to Ford. Rambo comes away with another board. Ford wanted to jack up another one.
The Lions are
He's got Guidry.
Getting
now inside, quick pass. Inside from Newellaway to Adoy. Lost the ball. The Tigers trying to break this run of no points in the last 8 minutes of play.
Not even close to the basket.
Rambo, he may go, oh! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? An amazing flick pass, waiting above the rim. Mike Newellaway! Wow!
Coming out of Rambo's hands, I thought that was a turnover. I couldn't see
He just flicked it up and turned away like he knew he was going to dunk it. That was the most confident pass I think I've ever seen inside the paint to another man in the paint.
One-handed slam by Newellaway. The Lions are on a 19-0 run to close out the first half, up by 24 points. That's good.
Finally breaking the streak is
Dwayne Rogers Jr.
Dwayne Rogers, yeah.
Hits the 3, and for the moment will slow down what was happening to Paul Quinn. That's deflected out of bounds and will stay with SAGU. But for the Lions,
crowd still
but
buzzing.
For the Lions, after so much of that back and forth, mistakes, unable to get any separation, you got to 10 points, went back to 5. How big is that? You have a chance to go to the half leading by over 20 points.
Well, don't look now, but the Lions have 51. That's an on clip, on average, to break that century mark, Tim. We didn't think that was possible about 4 or 5 minutes into this ball game.
It didn't seem like it. It didn't seem like there was any way these teams were going to get scoring when it was like 7-4, 5 minutes in. Guidry. Shot clock is off. I don't think Paul Quinn cares, though. holding the ball and waiting is not in their nature.
Shot no good from Rogers. He was the one who broke the string a few moments ago.
Ball goes out on Paul Quinn. Lions will have 11 seconds to get down the court and try to push this lead a bit higher before the half.
51-30, a 21-point lead.
Turned over. And a foul. We'll see who it's on. Their referees are conferring, and it's going to come against Guidry. He turns it over and gets the quick foul. That'll send Paul Quinn to the line for the 1-and-1.
So after some haphazard play early, A lot of turnovers, a lot of fast break attempts. It was a 19-0 run towards the back half of the first half, which really has set the tone for the rest of this game, it appears. Now, another steal. Now 2 seconds left. Shot off the rim, no good. And like as I was saying, a 19-0 run finally put the Lions in command of this game. Tim, we'll go to the break with your score. 51-30 in favor of the Lions over the Paul Quinn Tigers. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Stay tuned. You're watching SAGU Sports Live. 51-30 is your halftime score here at the Schaefer Center. The Lions with a 21-point run on the heels of a 19-0 run. Let's go now to our courtside reporter, Bianca Alarcon, who's with assistant head coach Gary Jones.
Thanks, guys. So, Coach, both teams are doing really well at keeping the team fresh. Do you think that they're doing a good job at trying to wear us down?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the style they play. Last game, they scored 165 points. So we know they can score points in a hurry, and they sub fast, so we got to be smart with our rotations as well.
Now, we just came up in this lead 17 in a row. Why do you think we're doing so well on the boards tonight?
I think it's, a team effort. Everyone's going to the boards. Everyone's rebounding. And when our guards can help out our bigs, we're usually a pretty good team at rebounding.
Thanks so much, Coach, and good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Rob and Tim, back to you.
Well, there you have it. Like you said, two teams doing pretty good at rebounding, get a lot of second chance opportunities. So still a lot to improve on for both teams. Even though the Lions are definitely in control, leading by 21. Well, we're going to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have some first half stats, some first half analysis, and some second half adjustments, I'm sure.
Quite a few.
Right here on SAGU Sports Live.
Welcome back to halftime here at the Schaefer Center. Your score 51-30 in favor of the Lions on the heels of a 19-0 run, which happened about 7-8 minutes left in the first half to about the 2-minute mark, 150, when the Lions finally allowed a three-pointer from the Tigers. But some of the stats, Tim, are quite revealing.
Yeah, the Lions are doubling up Paul Quinn on the rebound match right now. The Lions have 36 total rebounds. They're just 18 for Paul Quinn. That's most significant on the offensive side. Lions with 12 offensive boards to just 4 for Paul Quinn. Look at that shooting percentage. We talk about how the Lions, they're the third best in the nation at it. Paul Quinn is a decent shooting team, though. However, shooting 24% right now. Unbelievable. The Lions shooting 46%. That's above what they've been shooting as of late by a large margin. Turnovers, both teams, way too many. 15 for Paul Quinn, 14 for the Lions. The Lions have 10 steals, 7 steals from Dominique Rambo. That's just amazing right there. 9 steals overall for Paul Quinn. So just a sloppy game. The Lions having problems with the three-point line, as they have been all year, 3 for 13, but they've made up for it. Like you said, getting wide open in the paint, easy layups, some earth-shattering dunks in there, absolutely. So the Lions have done what they had to do, though. They were locked in a battle. They were locked in a back and forth. They couldn't get any separation, like you said. That 19-0 run over a period of about 6 minutes has put this one in control for them at the moment. Nowhere near over, obviously. Just too fast-paced a team. Paul Quinn can rattle off 70 this half. We know they can. So you can't ease up. But if you can keep this pace going the way it has been and keep your consistency the way it has been, you got to like what you're doing.
Well, this is Paul Quinn's style. I'm not sure they can change things up if they want to. This is like in their DNA, and they're gonna live by the sword and die by the sword. And right now, they're the ones getting cut as they're missing too many shots. They only have 4 offensive rebounds the entire first half compared to 12, as you see on your screen there, for the Lions, and that leads to a lot of quick points, a lot of fast breaks, and which is exactly what the bigs are doing for the Lions. You're talking about Deuce Ward, and you're talking about Mike Noellaway, able to push that ball or get the ball from the push ball from your guards like Rambo and Guidry when he's in, and Gentry. So the Tigers are going to have to basically make their first shot, Tim. I think that if they want to get back in this game, make their first shot, or at least get the offensive rebound, because they're getting caught back on their heels defensively.
Exactly. That's when they play so aggressively on offense and defense that it's just leaving too many easy layup opportunities for the Lions. And like you said, when you shoot 24%, you can't play that fast. You have to play slower. You have to be able to get your rebounds. They're not doing any of that, though. And then when they do have the ball, they're turning it over. Just one more turnover in the Lions, but you can't commit 15 turnovers and hope to be in a game.
Now, you saw this interesting. We believe James Ford, who has recorded 12 minutes and 20 seconds of game time Yeah, I think he's the leading player as far as minutes on the court. Is that correct?
The big thing to look at right there is no one has more than 13 minutes on the court right now in the first half. That's how the Lions are playing. Same thing with Paul Quinn. Only one player over 13 minutes. Has been so fast, so furious with the constant subs. Has just kept this very much off even, and it finally went to SAGU's favor. Looking at some player stats here, Dominic Rambo leads all players with 14 points. As mentioned, 7 steals in the first half. He averages 3.5 a game. That leads the nation well. That average is going to look a little bit better after today. Coming up behind him on the points for the Lions, Mike Llewellyn has 8. Deuce and Gentry both have 6. Your rebound leader is Emmanuel Adoy with 8 total rebounds on the game, just 2 points for him. For Paul Quinn, their leading scorer is Myron Dempsey with 9 points on the game. He also leads them with boards with 5 total rebounds. Looking over here, though, at Ricky Richardson, he has 4 steals on the game, so he's having a pretty good game on steals, forcing a lot of turnovers on the Lions. And like I said, the Lions had 14 turnovers.
And also for the Tigers, it should be noted now that Daryl Augustine, he averages 7.7 a game, has 4 fouls, picked up 4 fouls, and that was with about 2 minutes left to play in the first half. And you know, many names have been calling out for the Tigers, so he's a player. I mean, he got like 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Almost played almost half of the first half, but decided with 4 fouls. Won't see him as much probably in the second half.
Well, that's the thing, you can't afford to have players stop fouling out because there's so much built in your DNA to keep on moving, keep fresh legs. And if you lose those fresh legs for a second, you blink for a second like they did, then all of a sudden you find yourself down. Like you said, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And this team will not hold the ball. They will not hold the ball for any period of time. Any other team in the nation that I know of who would get the ball with 20 seconds left, shot clock off, set up play, swing it, try to get a shot up? No, take the shot. You got, pass, shoot. That's where they're playing. It's how they've won 12 games, how they stayed in a lot of games, but at the moment it's why they're down by 21 in this one.
I think, to my recollection, the closest the shot clock came to 0 was that one time was about 6 seconds left in the shot clock. So really not a danger zone, but been almost an irrelevant issue, has the numbers on top of that rim today.
Yeah, it's been fast and furious, and the Lions have been playing the same way. They're showing right now that they can play out of their style. They can play not a defensive, obviously they're defensively 24% shooting, but they're usually a set-it-up team. You always hear Bosworth yelling all game long, swing it, set up the play, get the ball moving. Well, he's letting them go now, and it's really been working for the Lions. Well, we're about a minute and a half from the second half. Let's go to a quick commercial break and come back with second half action here on SAGU Sports Live.
Welcome back to second half action here at the Schaefer Center. 51-30 your score. We didn't think there would even be any way close the Lions could get to 100 when there's about 3 minutes of the game when they had 4 points. But you're looking for the score, Tim, and they got 51. They're halfway to 100. Now, 100 doesn't scare Paul Quinn. They gave up 131 the other day and won. But the problem with the Tigers is they only have 30 points themselves on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they are. Again, this is not the way they can win a game. They can't shoot this poorly. They've got to shoot better. They shot 59% Thursday night at Southwest, and they're not even shooting half of that right now.
This Thursday, the Lions are back in action versus Our Lady of the Lake. Now, the first 100 fans will get free purple gloves. That's right, so come out and support your Lions in action against a key opponent in the Red River Conference as second half play is underway here at the Schaefer Center. Inside pass and shot, no good, but offensive rebound and a whistle. Myron Dempsey went up for the shot and was fouled off the missed shot from Tedrick Uroni. Will put Dempsey on the line. Again, the Lions in first place in Red River at 17-2, 23-3 overall, 14-0 the last 14 games, 13-0 on the road, 9-3 at home, and it's a season we didn't see coming. We knew they were good, but we didn't know they were going to be this good, Tim. And the question now is, can the Lions now make that transition from the hunters to the hunted? We've been using that phrase over. It really is going to be in play these last few games. As right now, the Lions are in clear command of this game. 51-31. A big high arching jumper is good from Rambo. Got a big 3-ball.
It's a good way to start the half when you did not shoot well from 3-point range at all. Make that a threat, and you are in definite control of this game, because then Paul Quinn will have, if you can prove you can score from anywhere, Paul Quinn will have to start changing their strategy up, and they'll have to start playing more conservatively. And when you're up by 23, force them to play conservatively, you should have this thing. Bad pass out and turned over. Just trying to read him. Daryl Augustine moved away from the ball.
Lamar Nichols charged with the turnover. Rambo will break this press. We'll call it a light press at this point. He may go all the way. He does. Gets a whistle, the roll, the foul, good. Bucket good from Rambo, and as he swaggers to the line. On the heels of a huge 3-ball, elects to take this one strong to the rim.
And he
soft release, puts it up and in.
He saw right after he crossed half court that he had the open lane and just aggressively went for it. Good court awareness by Rambo. He makes the free throw, and the lead is 26. Not quite a minute into the second half. The Lions open up strong. Rambo now has 20 points on the game.
Could someone reach 40? It's possible. Quite possible in a game like this. Gentry shadows Dempsey. Now back over.
And we're seeing Paul Quinn kind of have a set-up offense. First time we've seen them really do this, trying to swing it across.
And it might be Noellaway whistle with a push inside. It is going to be Mike Noellaway. That's going to be his first foul. Non-shooting foul. And Ricky Richardson brings the ball in. Stolen away. Rambo. Up to Ward. Back to Rambo. Shakes. Stutters. Gets it to Walter, who lays it up and in. And great court vision from Rambo.
Yeah, not even, wasn't even looking at Walter. Got the entire defense looking at him. They have to respect him. He's such a proficient scorer. And just dished it off to Walter with the easy layup.
And Walter now up ahead to Rambo. Oh, he wanted to put that home off the board pass, looking for the dunk from one of his big man. A little showboat attempt.
Trying to get
Rambo.
A little Harlem Globetrotters attempt there. As the Lions are comfortably in control by 28, trying to add to the highlight reel. I'd have put it there, Rambo. I'd have put it there.
Rambo for 3. That ball sails out of bounds. I think Boston can forgive a pass off the backboard. In transition, he'll probably look the other way. In a dunk attempt, I think that was Noellaway trailing.
So now stepping out and stepping in.
Lamar Nichols will step out.
Daryl Augustine steps in.
And he's got 4 fouls now, so we'll keep an eye on number 3. He has 4. Now here's a trap. Dangerous pass, somehow picked up by Augustine, who lays it in. It's a nice inside pass from near midcourt. Found a man underneath the basket.
Now the Lions coming down the court a bit slower, as we've seen the teams kind of move into more of a strategic play.
That shot no good from Mike Noellaway. Dempsey finishes off that.
Good read up ahead to Dempsey.
Yeah, nice pass in transition. Dempsey able to put that through. No trouble. Gentry for 3. Over the backboard. That's out of bounds. And now 5. Let me check my math. Yes, looks like 5. 5 more Lions will check in. It'll be Guidry and Ford and Adoy, Alford, and Mo Oglesby will check in for head coach Donnie Boswick in his 2nd season with the Lions. Dempsey, strong move, loose ball. Ford was in the vicinity, and he is going to get whistled for the foul, trying to pickpocket the ball out of Dempsey's possession, and will give the Tigers the ball underneath the Lions basket. Fresh shot clock. 59-35 your score. Lions comfortably in the lead for now. Mid-range jumper. No good. Oglesby down on his knees with the ball. Dribbles out of bounds. It's going to stay right here. Tigers will get the ball back. Looked like a travel. The crowd was looking for a travel off of Aaron McEwen. Now here's a jump shot. No good from Uroni.
Alford picks it up,
rebound.
but the pass to Guidry dribbles out of his hands, and the Lions kind of playing loose with the ball like they did to start it, but a nice steal there, forced by Oglesby. And
up ahead to Oglesby. Lays it in. Good court awareness from Emmanuel Adoy.
Yeah, pulling up, realizing he could have a chance for the clean pass. The Lions with another rebound. Paul Quinn still not shooting well enough. But at this point, you got to take the shots because you don't have enough time. When you're down by 26, you got to start taking the shots just as fast as you usually do because you got to make them fall quicker.
Good ball movement. Way to protecting the ball. Oglesby, he can shoot those. So can Guidry. He's got it! Guidry for three! Off the pass from Oglesby, who passed up a shot in the corner, found a more wide open Guidry, who sailed it through.
Yeah, credit just smart awareness by Oglesby there. He saw Guidry moving into position. He's definitely the better outside shooter of the two.
And now here comes Oglesby again. He's got Guidry, gets it to Guidry. Skip pass over to James Ford, spots up three. Rebound, Myron Dempsey. Ford wanted that one. Checked his feet even. Air ball. And now the crowd gets active. Tedrick Uroni misses everything. Guidry, the left-handed guard, gets it to Ford, powers up through the left side and gets whistled on the foul as Aaron McEwen will send James Ford to the line, and Coach Bostwick is going to bring in 4, probably eventually 5, pending the free throw. New, fresh legs for the Lions.
The substitution pace has settled down a little bit here in the second half. As 4 Lions step in. James Ford will stay on the line, and Rambo will check in for Ford if he makes it. It is good, and the Lions lead by 31 points. This was a game that was back and forth tight throughout the first half. Paul Quinn led by 4 with 17:23 left in the first half. It stayed tight. I remember that moment the Lions went up by 10.
Turnover.
And just in about 30 seconds, we went from 10 to 5, and you went, oh, this is one of those games, never going to get any separation.
And they stopped scoring.
Then, Paul Quinn, every shooting attempt dried up, and the Lions started making it fall, started passing well, stopped making consistent turnovers, and they now have a 31-point lead.
And a 15-5 run to begin this second half for the Lions. Gentry now over to Walter, looked at a 3, let it go. Now Ward, he can go strong to the hoop. A little trouble with the ball. Now Rambo fires up a 3. Off the rim, no good. And a big offensive board from Deuce Ward. Now Walter drives to the paint. Finger roll, lays it up and in. Jonathan Walter. He averages 7.6 points a game.
He's at 6
Puts
right
2
now.
more in.
Swatted away, and we're just
Up
playing
ahead, and a whistle, and a kick.
Ruled a kick
Ball
ball.
is a kick ball.
And the Lions had 4 players all alone in the front
I think
court.
they all wanted to dunk.
I think we might have seen the old bounce it off the backboard
A couple
twice.
times, yeah.
Get a trampoline out here, do a flip, why not?
Get line of Jude out here. All right, well, the Tigers, if they're going to make a move, they need to make a move right now, and their defense needs to just go to work.
Oh, no,
how about the defense from Ward? He may get rewarded. He may get rewarded. Oh, Gentry chooses to lay it in. A great defense from Mike Newellaway. Check that, it was Newellaway, not Ward. Great defense from the Lions on all fronts. Not to pass inside. Daryl Augustine unable to bring that in.
Lions up 70-35. They are doubling up Paul Quinn right now. And for the Tigers, the shots just are not falling and the turnovers are mounting. Offensive board, no good. So they finally start getting some offensive boards, and they still can't convert.
that shot there really typifies how the Tigers. Here's an alley-oop. Dunk attempt, Noel away, unable to bring that one down.
Gentry's going to get called with the push. Some discussion on what
it was a rough foul from Gentry, and not happy about that was Jared Mitchell, who started to come after Gentry, and Coach Bostwick quickly solved that and just pulled Gentry out of the game just to prevent any kind of a scuffle on the court or a heated discussion. So a wise heads-up play from Bostwick and it put Guidry back in the ball game.
And I believe it is going to be a technical foul on Gentry. That was the signal I got after the discussion.
And that's the discussion right now with head coach Charles Keeley and the officials. As you see there, Keeley pleading his case.
Got handed in here. The Lions are currently on a 38-8 run. That is how they have put this lead up to 35. So Noelaway apparently is going to go to the line.
It's a technical foul on the Tigers. Sometimes it's the one who looks ugly the second time, I guess. I don't know. We're not sure how that transpired, but nevertheless, Noelaway doesn't cash in on the tee. He gets a second shot at it.
38-8 run. That you don't see one of those every day. Over this extended period of time, this has been about a 14-minute span that they've been on this 39-8 run that has put them up by 36. So the foul will be on Gentry, and I guess the technical was then, like we said, the response after the hard foul
from Mitchell.
It was a frustration foul by Gentry after the he was hoping for a foul on the alley-oop attempt, didn't get it, so he kind of just in frustration threw a bump in there, and then the technical foul comes against Paul Quinn, and results in the free throws. As it stands, the Lions move their lead up to 36.
Noelaway is going to get called for a push inside. He moved around Aaron McEwen. It's his second foul on the night. McEwen with the ball now. Faked out Noelaway, freed himself. The whistle, the bucket is good, and the foul. And Noelaway called for a second quick foul.
And that's the best all-around play we've seen from Paul Quinn since very early in this game. Excellent fake-out move by Aaron McEwen. Drains the jump shot and gets the foul.
He spun Noelaway completely around. He was looking the other way. That freed up McEwen for the open jumper. That's got it to go. By the time Noelaway recovered, he was in foul position.
That is Mike's third foul of the game.
Rambo, the fast-moving Rambo, tries to find Noelaway underneath.
Almost knocked away by Walter.
McEwen, a strong move. And the roll, and good. Referee signals, count the basket. Is that on Noelaway again?
Mike Noelaway now has
3 quick fouls. Suddenly he's got 4.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the few players who was not having foul trouble in the first half, and he gets called for 3 in just about a minute. So he's up to 4. McEwen nets, so he gets two three-point play attempts. McEwen does. He converts on the second. Walter misses the 3, and now Paul Quinn trying to get something going here, trying to find their way back to within some sort of striking distance. It's good.
That one's good from Mitchell again, who was just teed up a few moments ago. Lets frustration out the right way by hitting a jumper. Pass inside to Noelaway. Back over to Guidry, wide open for 3. Good! Tyler Guidry, his second 3 of the night.
Great
puts the
awareness.
Lions up by 32 points. Now here's a steal from Rambo and a whistle.
Count it.
Ricky Richardson giving chase. A little push will put Dominic Rambo on the line. He's got to be close to 25, 26 points. We'll check that in a minute. Leading scorer for the Lions tonight. Back in the charity stripe. As here come 4 more Lions into the ball game. Noelle with 4 will have a seat. And then a 5th player, Maurice Oglesby, will check in for Rambo pending a made free throw. Free throw is good.
Converts the 3-point play.
And here come the Tigers now, and they need a miracle run here to have any chance to pull back in this game. And the Lions looking to prove to their 15th straight win on the season and move to 10-3 at home.
Knocked away by Alford, picked up by Ford, finesses his way down the court.
That was a back court.
Yep, Ford stepped over the line and then flipped it.
He thought he was, but in the back court, but he was not. He went to the front court and threw it back to Guidry on the right side, who was still in the back court when he caught the ball. So backcourt violation in transition. A fast-moving transition. Does not happen very often, but Ford whistled for that infraction.
Dominic Rambo with 9 steals tonight. Just of note, the most steals in a game this season in the NAIA is 12.
Okay. Well,
Andrew Wilson from Bluefield, so we're on a little bit of record-breaking watch.
Nice move from Oglesby. Gets the roll. Nice slide to the right as he pursued the basket from the left lane. Jumped, slid right, lays it up and in. Maurice Oglesby.
Everybody getting in on the scoring act for the Lions tonight.
It's a nice move from McEwen. Or, I'm sorry, Tedrick Uroni. And now, missed shot, and here comes Oglesby. Guidry wants another 3. That one off the mark. Tigers now in transition. Dempsey. Stolen from Guidry. Now Guidry, he's got numbers, 4-on-2. What's he gonna do? He shakes left, rolls left, shoots left with the left hand, puts it in and a foul!
Guidry, the only man on defense, facing a 3-on-1, gets the steal, goes coast to coast, gets the and one. That is how you play a little bit of basketball.
I told Coach Boston before the game, I said I got a feeling about Tyler Guidry tonight. And I had seen him shooting a couple days ago. I was actually shagging some free throws for him and shooting around with him, and he was just lights out. This kid can flat out shoot the ball.
Well, he has 14 points right now.
He hit 22 straight free throws the other day, and it was just raining down threes for about 20 minutes. So I just fed balls to him. He's a great, great shooter.
The Lions are up by 40. That'll change right now, though. And one. Ricky Richardson makes the basket fall.
So we're going to watch the steals for you. We've got 9 right now for Rambo, and you say 12 is the season high in the Red River, the NAIA.
In the NAIA,
yes.
In the entire nation, 12 is the season high. So some chance for some record-breaking for the season, at least.
Alford throws up a shot as he's fouled, and that's going to be whistled on Myron Dempsey, who's had a pretty good game for the Tigers, but whistled for a foul on that fast break attempt from Ryan Alford, and that is going to put Alford back in the line. It's the 6th foul.
Tyler Guidry stands at 15 points right now. That is his season high already. His previous high was against Texas Wesleyan with 12, so he is.
I called it. I had a feeling.
I had a feeling of his season right now. Lions up 82-45. First free throw is missed by Alford.
Dempsey's 2nd foul, by the way. Offensive board from Oglesby, gets it back out to Adoy. Oglesby. James Ford for 3. In and out. Here comes Mitchell. And Lamar Nichols will set up shop. Dempsey, stutter move. off the glass, too strong. Now on up ahead to Ford. On the fast break. Pushes the score to 84-45. Easy bucket there inside for Aaron McEwen. And the pace is still frenetic, Tim.
Paul Quinn is not going to let up. They're going to run all game no matter what the score is. They currently trail 84-47, but they have not let up yet, offensively or defensively.
Oglesby likes the three, likes how it looks, in and out. The big man unable to get that one to fall.
Here coming the starting five for the Lions, and something I've noticed from Paul Quinn, after that frenetic substitution pace in the first half, every whistle 5 new, every whistle 5 new. Sometimes, you know, it felt like they were substituting in the middle of the play. They have not kept that up. They've been substituting much more conservatively, just 2 or 3 at a time even.
Rambo back in the game now. We're watching his steal mark. He's got 3 from the season high in the NAIA. Sitting at 9.
Foul's going to come in on Walter.
So he may get a double-double the unusual way. We're not sure about his assist right now, but we know he's got double figures in points. We'll check his assist, but one more still gives him a double-double regardless, Tim.
If you get a double-double on steals, that's an impressive game.
And we'll have to check his assists. I know he's had a few. Could we be talking triple-double? I'm not sure yet. We'll have to check.
At the half, he just had 1 assist and 4 rebounds, so he'll need a little help to get to the triple-double and quadruple-double, but at the moment, we're looking at possibly some season highs for the entire nation. Lead is now 35 points for the Lions.
Inside the Noel away, back outside to Deuce, to Gentry for 3. Too strong. Tigers come away with the rebound, picked away.
Almost stolen.
Recovered though, yeah, by the Tigers. That was Rambo's theft attempt. Good inside pass from McEwen. Over to Uroni. Walter now slides over the left side. He's got Gentry. Spin move. Decides to let it go. Rambo lets one go. How about a big board inside from Walter, who still comes away with the ball up on the upside and the other side. He gets the rebound again. Scramble for the ball. The Tigers come away with it. Nichols off 3 offensive boards in a hurry. 3 ball is good from Ricky Richardson off 3 missed shots off the offensive glass for the Lions, unable to convert. Cuts the lead to 30. Rambo finds Walter on the wing. Out to Gentry, fakes left, goes right, and whistled for a foul. It's going to be Ricky Richardson. A hold, and he has picked up his 2nd foul of the ball game, and here come more Lions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and assuming 5 on the free throw.
Starters may be stepping out for the last time tonight, holding a 30-point lead with 7:54 left. Coach Boswick may opt. Here's the moment to give his 3rd line a little bit of playing time. Start developing some players. Like I said, you want a deep bench in case the unthinkable happens.
Yeah, there's about 3-4 players who have yet to see game time, so they might. It's very possible, and the crowd will be on their feet when that happens. They love to see that the third string get some minutes.
Gentry hits both. Oglesby steps in for Craig Gentry. Come on, Dia!
A 33-19 run to begin the 2nd half of play for the Lions has put them comfortably on top. And there's a nice jump shot at the top of the key from Aaron McEwen, the 6'4" senior from Fort Worth, transfer from Cedar Valley Junior College. Adoy in a little bit of trouble, gets it back to Guidry. He's got 15, falls on his feet, avoids the travel. Over to Alford, now back to Oglesby in the left wing. 10 on the shot clock, nice inside pass to Alford. Elects to give it to Ford, who lays it up and in. Great body control and movement from James Ford. Unselfish play all the way around, Tim.
Yeah, Lions were not finding the open shot that they usually do. And James Ford, just excellent job getting inside and maneuvering to get the clean shot.
And here's Alford on the foul.
And that's going to be the 10th foul of the half on the Lions, so it's double bonus for the next 7 minutes. Third foul against Ryan Alford. Send McEwen to the line.
First one is good. Second one is also on the mark. Myra Dempsey will check in for Daryl Augustine. And the Tigers will bring a full court press, although it's a light press. A little pressure. Adoy handles the ball. Gets it to Guidry. Drives left. Scoops right. Got Oglesby in the corner. Good. Maurice Oglesby. They call him Mo on campus. Delivers a 3-ball. Pass nearly mishandled by Dempsey, who gets it up for a 3-shot attempt from McEwen. No good. Now Guidry in transition. Stops, pops, good.
Just swinging across, slamming the brakes on right at the free throw line, flipping that in. And you can just stop that quick, the guy's going to run past you.
Stopped on a dime. That's just an athletic move. Now here, right in front of our broadcast table, are we'll say the third string, and there are 5 of them. So Coach Boswick's going to empty his bench, all of his bench, and bring in 5 players. We've not seen a minute of action as the Lions are up comfortably by 33 points with 5:45 left to play in regulation. And here's the whistle, and here comes the crowd, the applause for, well, let's get the rosters out. Here we go, Tim, go ahead.
Reed Bruner, Adam Martinez, Clayton O'Neill, Ben Starks, and Eustace Norveless will step into the game for the Lions. 5:40 remaining, up 93-60.
And this is a lot of minutes. If they play the string out, Tim, that's a lot of substantial minutes for the third string to play.
Yeah, a lot of good time. And I mean, you're playing a team that's going to test you right now. They're going to run with you. They're going to try to feed off of you.
An overactive Eustace Norveless whistled for that foul as he was skying high for the rebound over the back.
Yeah, this is the kind of test you want to put the young guys through, because this is a team that's going to run with them and keep on running until the final buzzer. So definitely a good test for these 5 young players. Start developing them for next year. And like I said, you always want to make sure you have a developed bench in case the unthinkable happens. You've got some grueling tournaments up ahead, and you don't even want to say it. You don't even want to think about it. But if somebody goes down, you know, you need these guys all of a sudden to step into the second line you move up the ranks. So you got to have these guys developed and ready to go. Martinez steps on the line.
.5:19 left in the ball game. Lions up 31. Third string in. 3-ball shot, no good.
I guess we can essentially call these guys the taco squad. They come in with about 7 points to go to 100 points, which is free tacos for everyone in the Schaefer Center, and they have a chance to be heroes. Norveless pulls it up.
Could it happen again? Could there be more free tacos? Stay tuned. There's a steal on an errant pass. Little flip shot, no good, but offensive rebound gives the Tigers a second chance, and they convert. Myra Dempsey.
Oh, another turnover.
Dempsey now gets it over to So Uroni, he lays it up in it, and now he's going to put the 5. Well, the second team's going to go back in. Foster did not like what he saw.
Yeah, the lead dwindled down to 25 pretty quickly there. Obviously, not really concerned about losing this game, but you don't want to let that happen too quickly. Timeout, Paul Quinn, though. Full timeout. As well, when you play this fast and you can play that well, you have a chance still. You want to keep on fighting to the end and try to cut into that.
Well, let's go now down to.
Looking at some.
Yes, I'm down here with 4 of our very own RAs. We got Benji, Miles, Chris, and Tyler Sutton. So, Miles, Campus Days is coming up. Tell me, what are the RAs doing to prepare for that?
Well, we're just really excited to give the SAGU students who are coming, the people who might come to SAGU, a great experience. So we're really looking forward to that.
Right, awesome. And Chris, I know you're at intramural basketball, so how does watching these pros help you prep for that?
Well, these guys are ridiculously good, so they're real encouragement to make me chase after my dream of becoming an NBA superstar that I'm destined to be.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. Back to you, Rob and Tim.
Okay, just keep dreaming. Just keep telling yourself that. As you see the fans show their support for what they were called the pro athletes. I'm not sure Bostwick would agree with that. That might get us in some academic trouble with the NAIA if these guys are professional athletes. But regardless, love the enthusiasm on the sideline with the Lions fan base.
The lead's been cut down to 25 after it went as high as 40. So Paul Quinn fighting and, well, at this point, just trying to make that shooting average get somewhere up into the mid-30s for the game.
Guidry trap gets it to Oglesby. Back out to Ford. Skip pass over to Oglesby. Good. Is that a 3? It is a 3. And now the 100-point mark is definitely on the eyes and minds of most of these SAGU fans in the Schaefer Center. Just 4 more points means free tacos.
Foul comes against Alford
from Taco Bell.
And I believe that's going to be the 4th foul on Alford. Actually, no, it's coming against Oglesby now. Initial call was Alford, but now it's to Oglesby, so that's just his first. Lions, of course, in the double bonus. So the first free throw is good. Oglesby with 12 points on the night.
Guidry drives, pushes back out to Oglesby. He tries for 3. Way off the mark. And a steal from Guidry, unable to bring it in though. A still attempt from Guidry. He eyed that long pass from the corner. Tried to pick it off near midcourt. Now here come the 3rd 5 again.
Oglesby's 12 points on the night as he checks out right now. His season high as well. Previous season high was just 9, so Oglesby and Guidry both upping their season high point totals here against Paul Quinn. And the lead is 26, but it has been a comfortable lead for the entire second half.
So with Rambo out of the game, he's not going to hit the 12 still mark, so the only excitement left is about those tacos. And we only got 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, about 8 threes. Am I getting that right? 8 threes.
6 threes to go.
6 threes to go, so that's probably not going to happen with 3:22 remaining in the ball game. Eustace Norvis with a nice rebound up ahead to Reed Bruner. He likes to shoot the 3. He's got Starks, now over to O'Neal for 3. In and out off the glass. Starks fights for the rebound, comes away with it. Martinez dishes the line out to Norvalis. Bruner now to Starks. Inside the cutting Norvalis, whistle and a foul, and he'll go to the stripe. Good ball movement from the 3rd string, Tim.
No,
you gotta like the unselfish play.
Very, very good passing, swinging it around the corner and dishing it inside. Norvalis draws the foul, and he will go to the line for the 1-and-1. Are they ruling it in the act of shooting?
Yes.
So they actually ruled that in the act of shooting. Norvalis hits the first, and puts the Lions up to 97 points on the game. In a game that for the first 10 minutes looked like it was going to be a neck-and-neck battle.
Second free throw
Turned into a Lions rout.
Under 3 to play. 3 points to go to the 100 mark. We're watching.
Season high for the Lions on points is just 102. Of course, that was against Southwest just about a week or so ago here in the Schaefer Center. So chance to have a new season high.
Norvellis can shoot the 3. That one no good. In practice, he can light it up. And a whistle.
No shot
on the floor.
And the shot's going, foul is going to come against Norvellis. That's going to be his second foul.
Celebration foul number 14, Eustace Norvellis, his third.
He went up high, going for the attempted block.
He's a freshman from Taraj, I'll probably butchered that, Taraje, Lithuania.
I know you butchered that.
Well, because you're a missionary from Latvia, so you correct me, Mr. Europe. Let me give you a shot.
Talaraj. Roll your R's, come on.
As far as we know, you just made that up. Just because you're from Europe, I guess you're the authority. Is Lithuania even close to Latvia?
Lithuania is about an hour and a half from Latvia.
Okay. So you know there's a steal inside.
Easy steal right there by
Richardson.
Yeah, Richardson gets the steal.
Up ahead to Norvellis. How about a monster dunk? And there! 99 points, just one away as Eustace Norvellis powers it home.
That's a Baltic bomber right there.
And now here's a foul over the back from Norvellis, who just got the crowd on their feet trying to pick that ball away in the inbound pass. Norvellis picks up another foul. Is that his 4th foul?
That's what the scoreboard's saying. So
that can't be correct. That's Norvellis' 4th foul. He's been playing for 40 seconds, has 4 fouls.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of more of a minute and a half, but still. Aggressive play from the third squad right now.
All right, the next point, whether it's a free throw or a field goal, will put the Lions at the 100 century mark, which will give them, everyone in the building, a coupon from one of our sponsors, a grateful fan base from Taco Bell. With one more point, Adam Martinez will bring the ball up, back over to Clayton O'Neal.
I said, you gotta like, in a game where there's no pressure left, you gotta like the pressure
Martinez
on this
for
guy.
3, does he do it? Rebound, no good. Starks, give chase.
Nice
Norvellis dives for the ball. How about that hustle from Eustace Norvellis?
And Stark on the initial play, good hustle by Starks to flip it in. Norvellis dives for it, but it goes out. Lions turn it over. Into the game comes Tevin Williams for Paul Quinn. Lions lead has been cut to 20. It was once 40, but Paul Quinn has been shooting much better as of late.
Nice rebound from Bruner, the guard. Now Norvellis on up over ahead to Clayton O'Neal. He did it last time. There it is, baby! Ring the bell! A time for tacos! Clayton O'Neal rings up a 3. And every fan will go home with a coupon for a free taco from Taco Bell.
The foul came in, and the look on Eustace Norvellis' face as he thought for a moment he might be fouling out of this game was priceless. But it comes against Clayton O'Neal after he drains the 3. And just, what an excellent shot. Again, excellent awareness by Norvellis, finding him over in the corner. And O'Neal rings it through. Lions now
ties the season high.
Season high, 102 is the season high for points for SAGU. Clayton O'Neal getting trapped down low.
Martinez on up ahead to Bruner. He's got Norvellis over to O'Neal. Pump fake, shoots another one off the glass, no good. A big rebound attempt from Martinez. One of the shorter players on the court skied for that rebound off the left side. Almost came down with it. Now under a minute 20 to play, 102-80. Your score. The Lions will improve to 10-3 at home.
And the winning streak will stand at 15. Just keeps on rolling. This one, the Lions took complete control of this game in the last 7 or 8 minutes and have just ridden it since then, pushing it as high as 40 points at one point. But you see already from Paul Quinn with this burst in the last 10 minutes to get the score back to what appears to be more
Where was it halftime?
margin.
It was the same margin at halftime.
Yeah, but again, that burst, because they came out so cold, you see how they are dangerous. And the problem is they fell asleep at the wheel for that 6 or 7 minute period. Lions went on the 19-0 run, and after that, there was just no way back into this one for them.
Lions scored 51 at halftime. They have 51 in the second half with a minute left to play. Up by 20. Ben Starks shifts the ball over to Ryan Bruner. So Reed Bruner over to Martinez. O'Neal, Bruner pump fakes a three. He'll take a three. Rattles in and out.
O'Neal fighting for it. Starks comes in, and O'Neal has it taken away from him finally. But O'Neal, Lions trapping in the backcourt. And you got two teams who don't want to quit.
And Norvalis just fouled out. Eustace Norvalis just fouled out of the ball game. And he walks off with a smile, and Alfred, who'll check in, can do nothing but smile as the crowd on their feet cheering the Scrappy. Eustace Norvalis from Lithuania. He's gonna hear it from Coach on Monday morning for sure. What are you doing? Fouling out of a ball game.
Well, he made a good attempt. It looked initially like
when
he
you're
got
the third string.
I thought initially he got the block cleanly, and the whistle was a bit delayed, but it did come in, and that is the 5th foul. And
make your minutes count, I guess.
That's a land speed record right there. 5 fouls in about 2.5 minutes. Clutch dunk though to get the Lions to 99. So gotta love the aggressiveness of the third team coming out here. And Art Martinez sort of slaps it back into play.
Starks for three from the corner, too strong, way too strong. Now in transition, here comes a steal from Martinez. Now they got numbers for three. Got it! Adam Martinez puts the Lions at their season high 105. He wanted that one. It's just a matter of where he wanted to set up to shoot, and that is your ball game as the Southwestern Lions manhandle the Paul Quinn Tigers. Your final score 105-83. Interviews, stats in just a minute. We'll be right back. You're watching SAGU Sports Live. Well, welcome back to the Schaefer Center. As you see the fans file out happy, and you may see something in their hand. That's a free coupon for a taco at Taco Bell as the Lions eclipse the century mark for the second time this season. Final score 105-83. And Tim, now the Lions improved to 24-3 on the year, 17-2 still in conference play, 10-3 at home, and now their winning streak now stands at 15, the second longest in the nation in the NAIA. A great overall ball game. Really took the Tigers by the tail and played them at their game and ran them out of our gym.
That's exactly what it was. They were, again, the game was going. The Tigers would come the same first 10 minutes or so. This is how they want to play. Kind of sloppy, a lot of shots, fast paced, but then the Lions turned it on. Just turned it on, started making their shots, held the Tigers to 24% shooting in the first half. That gave them the run they needed, and they really never looked back from then on. Held a consistent 20 to 40 point lead in between that margin for the entire second half. The Tigers actually came back and shot 45% in the second half to get their shooting average up 34% on the game, but obviously a lot of that was just too little too late. Putting a little bit of paint on the scoreboard to make it look a little bit better for you. Looking at some player stats, Lions get 4 players in double digits. Rambo with 23, Tyler Gidgey with 16, Maurice Oglesby with 12, both of those season highs for those players, and 10 for Caleb Gentry. The Lions had 16 steals in all. but so did Paul Quinn.
Right,
Paul Quinn
right.
came up with 16 steals. Lions actually ended up committing one more turnover than the Tigers on the night with 26, leading all scorers on the night. Aaron McEwen with 25 points. He also had 7 rebounds.
And they had 4 players in double figures as well. So they still managed to put 83 points on the board.
Yeah, a lot of that was very late. But yeah, Ricky Richardson came in with 15. Myron Dipsey had 14 and 9 rebounds, so a little bit under his average on both of those. And then 13 points from Tedrick Uroni. So the Lions definitely did what they had to do in this game to kind of turn it around after it had been, you know, the first 10 minutes we felt like, oh, this is going to be another one of those games that you're fighting down to the end, needing clutch free throws at the end or something, but instead they went on that huge burst.
We mentioned it was 32-27 with about 8 minutes left, and we made a comment of how they had just cut it to 5. They were down 32-22, and something just clicked, and the Tigers were completely shut down, a 19-0 run, and a lot of them were turnovers and steals. Now what's ironic is you look at the final stats, and it ended up being equal in steals, 16 each, and turnovers, 26, actually more turnovers for the Lions at 26 than the Tigers at 25. But by that time, you get the third string in, playing a lot looser basketball, so the stats can be a bit misleading. This game was over by about 5 minutes into the second half.
Yeah. Lions shoot much better than they have been as of late, hitting 47% on the game. Still not what you want to see from the three-point line. Shot just 27% on the night, 10 for 37 overall from three-point range for the Lions. So you still want to see some improvement in those areas, but good win today. You had a team in here, a game where you just wanted to keep your ranking where it is. You wanted to have a game where you keep your streak alive. Like I said, this game does not count in the conference standings, but this is a very good boost that you need going into some huge games.
3 games left, 2 at home, and a big one if needed to be on the road at Shreveport.
Well, it'll be played. It's not if necessary like the World Series. It'll definitely be played, but what it'll mean definitely varies about what happens Thursday and Saturday. You do not want to miss those games. That could be, this week will be historical. It'll be history-making for this SAGU squad as they attempt to make just their second national tournament appearance. The first game will be Thursday night against Our Lady of the Lake. Girls at 5:30, guys at 7:30.
I think Lady of the Lake is like second or third in the Red River, right there, right behind SAGU.
Our Lady of the Lake is a solid squad. That's going to be an excellent game. Then Saturday afternoon, just like today, at 4 p.m., the Lions will have a chance to clinch the Red River Conference. If they win against Our Lady of the Lake, at the very least, they'll have a chance to clinch based on what happens down in Houston that night. As you see, that Wadley game. And then the big if, that third game, is that just a game to determine who wins that night and nothing more? That could potentially, against LSU Shreveport, be the Red River Conference regular season championship game. So that could be a huge one. We'll see exactly how that pans out over these next 2 games. Well, we're just about ready to go down to the court here in just a moment with our player of the game, and obviously none other than Dominique Rambo. 23 points and 9 steals. We were looking for a moment like he might eclipse the season high for the NAIA. Couldn't quite get there. He also pulled down 4 rebounds overall. So now let's head down to the court side with Bianca Alarcon standing by with player of the game, Dominique Rambo.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Dominique Rambo. Now, Dominique, congratulations on your big win. 23 points, 9 steals. At what point did you know that you were going to take hold of the game tonight?
Well, I mean, I didn't really think I was going to take hold of the game. It just kind of came to me. I never really go into the game just trying to take control. I just try to get my teammates involved, and when it's my time, I just try to do what I can do.
And speaking of teammates, the way that the game went, a lot of people on the bench got a lot of playing time. Who do you think of your team members contributed to the win tonight?
I mean, pretty much everybody, but Tyler came in and hit about 17 points and had a lot of boards, so that kind of pumped up the rest of the bench and got everybody else going. So that was pretty incredible.
Well, congratulate on tonight's win, Rambo.
Thank you.
Rob and Tim, back to you.
Yeah, 4 of the players in double figures, of the 4, 2 were bench players, Maurice Oglesby and Tyler Guidry, who he just mentioned. So hats off to a well-rounded effort from, really, we have 3 squads that Boston puts out there, 3 distinct 5-man teams, and so that second team really contributed in this big win today, Tim.
Yeah, did a great job. Well, we'll be right back here Monday night. No guys game that night, just like today.
Just
was
the
just the guys game. Lady Lions will be taking on Northwood University, the Northwood University Lady Knights. So be sure and tune in or turn out for that one. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off Monday night. You see it right there. The magic number to clinch the Red River Athletic Conference stands at 2, but it could potentially change. It'd take a miracle for Southwest to beat LC Shreveport tonight, but you never know. It could always happen. But we will be following that next week as the Lions look to clinch a spot in the national tournament, hopefully Saturday. We will see. So be sure and turn out there or tune in here at SAGU Sports Live.
Well, on behalf of our producer, John Cookman, my partner, Tim Roberts, our courtside reporter, Bianca Alarcon, this is Rob Price saying thanks for watching this edition of SAGU Sports Live. We'll see you Monday at 7 p.m., ladies only. Until then, the Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace.